Some people don't like to stream movies. Now you can physically own the One Punch Dan movie. Own the legend.
And welcome to tonight's episode of the Zod Rider Show. This is going to be a fantastic stream tonight. I have myself, Zod Rider, and along with me I have Qatar Lyle and Bishop DM Williams, who are the executive producers of the One Punch Dan movie and are part of Joden Music and Joden Music International, as well as the little group we have here, affectionately known as the Executive Branch. Yeah. And tonight we're here in a way to kind of celebrate as well as promote, because we have a lot of reasons to be happy and a lot of reasons to be excited tonight. One Punch Dan, the movie, is officially available on physical media, albeit DVD, which is not, but this is no small feat. Okay, this took a lot of work to get it done and to finally get an option out there for people that is not a streaming option. Because the problem that a lot of people have is with streaming, and I'm right there with you, with companies like Netflix out there raising their prices already, twice in the same year. I can understand why people are getting tired of streaming services, getting tired of the issues, getting tired of having to pay for 12 different streaming services to have access to everything that they want. And I think this is a reason why physical media is making a bit of a comeback. It's making a resurgence, because I remember a few years ago they were talking about the death of physical media, that there was no more life in physical media. Well, apparently there is, because people are still buying CDs, people are still buying DVDs, people are still buying Blu-rays and 4Ks and all these different mediums, and particularly discs and stuff. So I'm excited to be here tonight to celebrate with my good friends here the first physical media release of the One Punch Dan movie. And we're going to talk a little bit about what that means, what that entails, and what that means for the future of the One Punch Dan cinematic universe. We've got Lieutenant Giratina in here, and we've got the Cordovan speedster himself, Sox Bulletins, and we've got my good friend Darth Plato in the chat, of course, and that is great. It's always great to have such wonderful supporters here for these live streams, because these live streams are very, very fun to do, and I couldn't be happier. I'm in a great mood today. I don't have anything negative to say at all tonight. I'm so happy. I remember how excited I was earlier today to receive the box. I bought a box of 5 copies of the music of the One Punch Dan movie Unplugged, which is right here. It is a beautiful CD. I got, my artwork is exactly the way I intended for it to be, front and back. It is beautiful, and on the inside we have the actual CD. We have the insert with the art right here. It's just beautiful. It looks like it's definitely retail ready, and I am super excited.
Not to mention some good music too, y'all.
Oh yeah, the music is wonderful. We can talk a little bit about the unplugged version. This is not the original soundtrack to the movie. The soundtrack is available on YouTube and will be available on CD separately later on sometime this year there will be the official soundtrack release, but the soundtrack release will probably be released in like 2 or 3 volumes, because there's tons of music. There's all the songs that we made for the movie, then there's all the instrumental score tracks for the movie, and then there is, and then there's like additional songs too that were included that I want to make sure are included on a proper physical media soundtrack release. But this is the music of the One Punch Dan movie Unplugged, and this is 21 of the best songs from the One Punch Dan movie, done in front of a live studio audience in the old MTV Unplugged style of performing, and it is really, really good. It's really, really high quality. The songs are excellent. If you've seen the movie, you will recognize all of the songs, and you'll know and you'll know full well what you're getting here with this. Each physical media offering, okay, you have the Unplugged soundtrack album, but you also have the DVD version of the One Punch Dan movie. That's right, standard definition DVD, a digital video disc that will play in any region player, will play in any Blu-ray or 4K player. You won't have any format problems. It is just a bare bones DVD. You put it in, and the movie starts. There's no menus, there's no special features, there's no commentary, there's nothing. It's just a standard DVD so that you can enjoy the movie, so that you can watch the movie and experience the movie. And if this does well, if the DVD sells well, I'm more than happy to dedicate the time and the resources to Blu-ray and 4K. I have no problem venturing through there. In fact, I've been working on the Blu-ray for a couple of weeks. There's a lot of stuff that goes into the Blu-ray because I'm creating menus. I'm compiling special features. We've even got a behind the scenes documentary that is feature length. It's shaping up to be feature length, and it will probably be included as a bonus feature on the Blu-ray, as well as my director's commentary as well. But that is a long way away. And I'm gonna be completely honest, okay? It's a long way away. I mean, I would say it's probably almost a year, if not more than a year away, because there's a lot that goes into this. It's not just simple rendering a disc image and now you have a Blu-ray or 4K Blu-ray. There's a lot that goes into it. There's a lot of creativity and time and effort and energy and money that goes into it, and I want to do it upright. So it's going to be a while. So I'm being completely transparent and honest about that. But for now, you'll have a DVD version that you can get to watch. And I purposely made the DVD so bare bones and inexpensive so that people could just get their hands on it and can watch it. Because I have had a lot of people come to me and say, Zod, do you have another way to watch it? Because I'm really not too fond of streaming. I don't like streaming. Yeah. Streaming's not my thing. I had somebody come to me and actually complain about buffering and problems with watching movies online. So I said, okay, I'll put out a physical disc version. I'll put out a DVD so that you have a chance, so that you can pick it up on DVD and see how that goes. Because I think it's just to give people a chance to enjoy it and see it, who otherwise would have no other way to watch it. Because even if I were to give everybody the option to download a digital copy, which there will be digital copies available on a thumb drive. That's probably the next format that's going to come out. A thumb drive that has a high quality HD copy of the movie included, as well as some extra features. That thumb drive is going to be coming out probably later in the year, because that's something I'm also working on. let's see. If Bishop's time machine were functioning, we could see the Blu-ray right now. Yeah, well, I think you're talking about a different Bishop, but I definitely understood the X-Men reference, and I will say that it'll be worth the wait. I mean, for people that. For people, like I said, for people like you, Darth Plato and Bishop, and people like you guys who became members of my channel and have access to watching the movie whenever you feel like it, it's a little hard to sell you on a physical media because a lot of people that are used to the streaming idea and prefer streaming out of the convenience of it don't really collect or care about physical media, but there's a lot of people out there who love physical media to the point where they will collect anything physical media, whether they intend to watch it or not, just to have it as collectors in their movie library. And absolutely. I mean, I can understand that because I went through a phase like that where I bought lots and lots of used to watch a lot of DVDs and stuff back in the day. I got to give Just Josh some credit right now. I reached out to Just Josh the other day, and I said, today, and I said, Josh, I said this morning, did you enjoy the One Punch Dan movie? Because I hadn't heard from him, and he said, I'm going to watch it today. And he says, hey, Executive Branch, watching One Punch Dan now. Much love. You see, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. The support that I've been getting from Josh and from Qatar and from Bishop has been wonderful. You guys are the backbone. Socks and Darth Plato. You guys are the backbone of everything that I've been doing. You guys have been here. You've been there. You've been supportive. You've shown me that you care about this stuff, and you motivate me. Because I'm gonna be honest with you. It's hard to stay motivated when you don't even feel like anybody cares, like anybody's interested. Like my movie, I released my movie. The release was March 14th, and I feel like March 14th came and gone, and then I had to figure out some other way to get the movie out to people, because it seems like they're not interested in becoming members. They're not interested in the idea of watching it on YouTube. So I'm completely fine with that. I don't care about. My thing is, I'm not so much into streaming myself. I actually prefer to watch the movies locally. I prefer to watch them on disc or on like a digital local file on my computer. And Josh, there are just no words to express how excited I am for you and for your character and for the things that are coming up in the future of the One Punch Dan universe, because I genuinely, if there's one person I want to make sure it continues on, actually, the partners in justice, I have to be honest with you. You two are going to be front and center in the sequel, as well as we've got a lot of stuff for Dr. Qatar. You guys don't know nothing about Dr. Qatar yet in comparison to some of the stuff I'm writing for this man for the sequel. You guys have to understand that I am completely devoted to the people that have supported this project. You guys don't understand what it means to me just to have that little bit of support from these core people that have been with me from the beginning, that actually care about the project and are not looking at the project through a superficial lens, and actually took the time to watch the movie and understand the motivations of the characters and understand the direction that I'm trying to take things. And the truth is, I have to, that's all going to be rewarded in future, in future installments of the movie, because I feel like I gave everybody their opportunity and tried to showcase these characters in an introductory way and tell a compelling story at the same time. Sin Havoc, you're included in this as well. Because again, man, you've been nothing but supportive. Jeffrey, you've been nothing but supportive.
Hey,
all of you guys.
Yeah, and Zod, we do this because
That's right, Josh.
we not only believe in the project and stuff, but we believe in you. We believe in you and your vision. Because we know how much it took for you to make this movie, and we've been through the frustrations with you and things like that, and it's wonderful that we got to this place. We got a dang gone DVD come. We got DVD and a CD
Available, man, and a CD.
available. Okay.
Available now. Officially. Available now. The link for anybody that would like to purchase any of the current physical media offerings is posted. So you can click on that link and it will take you right to where you can purchase either the soundtrack or the movie or both. And here's the thing about that. They're both $11. So neither one of them is really expensive. It's just so that you can have some One Punch Dan physical media in your life. And I have to say it, physical media is just the beginning, because if this gets big enough, if there's enough of a demand for it, those action figures that I teased several months ago, action figures will become a reality as well. So if you guys want action figures, Blu-rays, 4K Blu-rays, special editions, all kinds of things like that, I need your support with these physical media offerings, because that shows that there's genuine interest, that shows that this is what you guys want, and I'll be able to completely accommodate all of those needs. And again, for the digital people, again, there'll be a thumb drive being released later on this year if you'd prefer to have the movie on a thumb drive that you can just pop into your computer or whatever device and watch an HD copy of the movie that way. You can always do that. That's an opportunity. Yes.
Go on and run that commercial one more time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can run that. Absolutely.
Some people don't like to stream movies. Now you can physically own the One Punch Dan movie. Own the legend.
Damn it. Own the legend.
Own the legend. Yeah, Isage is and Josh says, I love all the Easter eggs. Isage is such a complex character. Isage is complex. She is complex. She was written to be complex. She started off as a one-note villain, and I honestly think that I would have been disappointed as a filmmaker if I made her a one-note villain. I'm very glad that I didn't. I'm very glad that I gave her depth and turned her into the character she is. She's beautiful. She's a goddess. She's a fantastic character, and I am looking forward to all of the things that are going to happen to her in the future of the One Punch Dan universe, because she is a very, very necessary character, and she's going to bring a lot of balance. She's going to bring a lot of balance to the universe for sure. Josh says Dr. Qatar and Isage, one of the best possible pairings in the movie. I think you and Isage are a great couple, Qatar. I think you guys complement each other well, and it's just such an odd kind of a thing. It's a fascinating pairing, but it's odd.
Sky Nookie.
Sin Havoc says, I was pleasantly surprised by One Punch Dan. As I said before, my only gripe is I wanted more orchestra music. Well, yeah, the score is pretty extensive as it is. To be honest with you, the amount of time, like, you can listen to the soundtrack on YouTube, and the soundtrack is over 2.5 hours. There's so much music, and the score, because the score tracks are really long. We didn't use all of the score tracks as like their full, but you do get to hear the full orchestral tracks if you listen to the soundtrack. And I am planning to at some point do a physical media version of that as well, because I do love that soundtrack. But it's going to be multiple discs. Like I said, it's probably going to be 3 discs, because there's lots of music already on the soundtrack, and then there's some additional songs that are not on the soundtrack currently, and then there are the orchestral songs, the score that you're talking about, Sin Havoc. So all of that is included. Let's see. And let's see. Josh says, thank you for all your hard work, Executive Branch. Yay for physical media. Yes, the legend.
And this is for my partner in justice. All right, everybody, just calm down. Just calm down. The partners in justice have arrived.
Josh is, and see. This is the thing. You know, I love everything that you guys do in the movie. I feel like all your characters are proper characters. You have great stuff in it. And again, I felt like with an 80-minute runtime, I did the best possible way I could make it so that everybody had enough story. I honestly was very pleased.
You did.
I was very pleased with the way it went. I definitely.
That's one thing I'm impressed about the movie is that the fact that with so many characters in it, you took enough time to basically flesh out everybody. You know, everybody had enough time on screen so you can know who they are and their motivations and stuff. It was really wonderful. It was really you did a wonderful job at it.
I feel like as much as I wanted to craft something that would resonate with people, it was just as important to me to make sure that you guys were all properly represented, that you guys got a chance to shine in the movie, to do things that were important, to make an impact story-wise. And I feel like every single one of these characters did that. Every single one of these characters had those moments. And some more than others, but at the end of the day, you all got chances to shine, and you were important to the story, and that to me was the key aspect of it. And I even Darth Plato, when I put Plato into the movie, okay, when I put Plato into the movie, I was like, it started off, Plato had like a real small part. And when I say small, I mean like really tiny. Like he was just in a scene where Sin Havoc, the character of Sin Havoc, said something, and Darth Plato's only line in the movie was he didn't even have a line. He just laughed. He cackled. And I was like, and that was in one of the early cuts of the movie, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add more for Plato. And I expanded a scene with Alpha Pass, aka A-Pass's character, I expanded a sequence that she had. And it gave me the perfect opportunity to bring in and to give more context to Plato. And and I just thought it turned out beautiful. Like Plato's character, Plato is a shape-shifting celestial. And he kind of has this he has this ability where he hangs out with Sin Havoc. He's Sin Havoc's loyal. He's like Sin Havoc's loyal jester, sort of, but it's more than that because he's a celestial himself. He's been around for a long time. He has the ability to change his to change his appearance because he has a very trollish look as a celestial. But he can change to a human. He can morph into like a human persona, and when he has to go out into the earthly world, he can change his persona. And you get to see that a little bit in the movie, where there's a scene where he's talking to Sin Havoc, and then he kind of changes into his human form.
And walks away
as he's walking away because he has to go out into the world away from Sin Havoc because Sin Havoc is about to have a meeting with Alpha Pass. So there's a lot there to his character. He wasn't in the movie for a whole lot, but there was a lot to his character that is being set up for what you'll see in future installments. There's going to be a lot more of Sin Havoc. There's going to be a lot more of Plato. But that's just one example of the way that, flushing things out and building these characters and giving these characters, more to love and more, and lore building, world building is what was totally on the table here. So.
Absolutely.
Plato says he bought pumpkins for everyone. That's great. Jeffrey says it turned out great. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Sock. Sock says you did an amazing job with this epic movie. Josh says my favorite scene so far is the champions of justice assembling together united. You really honored the Mikey verse.
Yes, damn it, yes.
Yep.
That's what we were going for.
Damn it.
Justice League on the brain. That's exactly what the point was. It's so funny, Josh, that you say that you love that scene so much, because that scene was actually Dr. Qatar's idea. Dr. Qatar had come to me and had made a suggestion about a scene with all of them united like that, and I was like, okay, we'll do it. We'll do that. And that's what ended up happening. Because I wanted to give a moment where they were all kind of together, where you could kind of see them all together on screen, but I didn't want to go too far into it because that's not what it was about. It wasn't about a big like Avengers or Justice League type story so much as it was about One Punch Dan was kind of broken down into little stories to try and build up into like bigger things down the line. So this was the first movie in a cinematic universe. So I was trying to make sure that I had established all of you guys. So it's very clear who you are.
And Josh, by God, you're that guy.
Yeah. Josh is fantastic. And Darth Plato says he is Loki to Sin Havoc's Thor. I could kind of see that because they do have a very sibling-like relationship, but they're a lot. I feel like they're a lot closer than Thor and Loki, because Darth Plato wouldn't do the things to Sin Havoc that Loki pulled on Thor. He would never do anything like that. See, Sin Havoc is an old celestial. Sin Havoc is ancient. Sin Havoc is like the kind of celestial. When they talk about like rich people in the modern era, they talk about old money and new money. Well, Sin Havoc would be considered old money because Sin Havoc is like, I mean, he goes back so far. He goes back almost nearly to the beginning of creation. That's all. That's about as far back as Sin Havoc goes. So that character is very important, and Sin Havoc is going to be interacting with some new characters that we're coming up with in the future that's going to be very good. There's a character that Dr. Qatar came up with that you saw introduced in the movie, the Sovereign, and the Sovereign in the sequel has a couple of scenes with Sin Havoc and Plato, and they kind of clash. They have differences of ideology because again, Sin Havoc is very, very ancient. He's very, very old school, and the Sovereign is more of a new hero, and he kind of has some different ideas, and so you're going to get to see all of that, moving forward. I'm actually in the process of writing this sequel now, and I am so excited for the sequel because there's so many things that I just can't wait to do, especially with the current advances in the AI technology. It's going to look so much. I mean, it's going to be just on a whole nother level in terms of visuals and storytelling and building. It's just beautiful. I'm looking forward to it. The Mikeyverse is alive and well. The Mikeyverse is going to continue to go on through the One Punch Dan cinematic universe, because if I had the rights to do the Dreamwalker universe, I would have made a Dreamwalker movie.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the rights to do it. So I did what I could and created my own universe. Justice League on the Membrane. Josh says here, my man Dr. Qatar, man of the people, and Isage.
Yes.
Tagline: One punch, one man, one punch, one family.
That's right.
By close you mean we use we use the same towel. Well, you don't really use the same towel. You're more like brothers, but you're very close. You're very close. You're very close in yeah. Sin Havoc, your character, was, at the beginning. Your character's at the beginning of time. Your character is like that. That's why I say I would never try to challenge, Sin Havoc. The only person crazy enough to fight Sin Havoc was Isage.
Yeah.
Most people wouldn't even try to do it, and the only reason Isage was able to overpower Sin Havoc is because Sin Havoc wasn't prepared for somebody as powerful as Isage.
Mm-hmm.
On the level that Isage was on in the One Punch Dan movie. Because in the One Punch Dan movie, Isage is at the peak of her. I mean, because she's, it's
kind of like she ascended. Because me, her dad, me, and her mom, we come from the heavenly realms. We come from them too. That's why our powers are blue, because that's a sign of heavenly power.
It's new. It's like new heavenly. It's like new heavenly power. It's like the yellow is like the
ancient.
the Old Testament ancient, and the blue is like the New Testament. So it's almost like an allegory for that, where the energy it just represents old versus new.
And when she got killed and was resurrected, that kind of it's almost like she ascended a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Right. She's kind of a hybrid between the AI and the celestial, because she has all of what you have, you and Sweet Sonia G. So because she has all of that, it's sort of it. I mean, it's in her. So she's not, she doesn't quite. The thing about her is, though, she doesn't quite understand the full grasp of it yet,
Right.
because she's still experiencing it, and she's still trying to overcome some of it, that because and so by the time you get to the end of the movie, which I won't spoil here for people that haven't seen it, but by the time you get to the end of the movie, you understand, if you watched it from beginning to end, you understand why Isage does what she does. You understand why she makes the conscious decision that she makes at the end of the movie. The ending is very, very... The ending, I would say the ending is probably going to surprise a lot of people, because you don't really expect a character that like that to do the things that Isage does at the end of this movie. So but that's by design, because number one, I wanted to make her unique. I wanted to make her conflicted. I wanted to make her different, and I wanted to be able to build her up for something bigger in the sequel, which she is very much being built up for something bigger in the sequel. There's going to be a lot in the sequel that she needs to address, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I think it works out. Sock says, Zod is a busy man, so much work, but it will be worth it. It's definitely worth it. Definitely worth it.
Definitely, man. Absolutely.
And tagline, they're close. It's complicated. Will 34 of D be in the sequel? I'm not so sure. I don't know yet exactly, but it's possible, because Qatar and Bishop are coming up with multiple characters, so I'm sure that there will be a 34 of D character, or that type of character in the sequel.
And so that we're not totally vulgar with it. Wait a minute. And so that we're not totally vulgar with it, 34 of D means 34th weapon of destruction.
Okay.
Okay. But we know what 34 of D means. Okay. But there is a character design for.
Josh said, Josh, I love the fact that you're giving me updates watching this movie. This is making me so happy. You don't understand. I'm feeling blessed right now while you're giving updates like this, because it's making me feel good, man, because I could tell you're enjoying the movie. And
what did he say?
He's saying I am on the last 30 minutes, and Isage has assembled Legion of Doom. Last 30 minutes of movie.
All right. Yes, sir.
34 of D. I thought 34 of D meant big pumpkins. Oh wow.
Big pumpkin.
Well, yeah. We know. But for the comic book community, it's going to be the 34th weapon of destruction. Okay. But just hearing 34 of D, everybody's going to know. They're going to go there automatically anyway. So.
yeah, they're going to go there anyway.
And she has the 34 of Ds, okay?
Yeah. I genuinely... I'm genuinely just super happy. I'm actually a lot more excited tonight than I was on the night of the premiere. I'm going to be honest with you. On the night of the premiere, I really was feeling kind of sad in a way, because I wanted the premiere to be not let down, but I wanted the premiere to be more like of something where not just us, but everybody kind of came together and got a chance to watch the movie, and we all got to talk, and it just didn't pan out that way, and I genuinely did feel I did feel sad about that. I'm not, shy to admit that. I wished that it turned out to be a little more than what it was, but it was still fun. It was still nice. There were still really nice moments in it. So I don't, I just, like I said, I was just expecting something a little bit more in terms of that. I was hoping to have more of the cast, and I was hoping for it to be more of a robust kind of celebratory thing, and it ended up not
You're being nice. You're being nice, and I love you for that. But damn it, no, I'm gonna keep it real. Most of the cast should have been up there. Sorry. Most of the cast should have been up there. You are all in this movie. You are part of this movie. We've been doing this for 2 years. You know we've been doing it for 2 years. You know what the date was set for the premiere. You should have been up there, regardless of any other thing that was going on, which was unnecessary at the time. The most important thing was to support this movie, and for the cast, that was supposed to be a red carpet for the cast.
Yeah, it was. It was supposed to be a red carpet, and I totally understood that. I totally understood in some cases.
No,
but
I understand. Some people understand, like Josh. I can understand he had something to do, but he did send a video and everything. He still participated.
Yeah,
what I mean?
Exactly. And I felt, and again, I actually really have gotten to the point where I'm going to, with the sequel, I've started sending out messages. The cast will be receiving, each cast member that is not confirmed for the sequel will receive either a text message from me or some sort of DM from me, just to find out, just to get an idea of, are you still interested in this project? Do you want to continue on as your character going forward? That's what I'm doing, because I want to make sure that people are still interested in being their characters, because if they're not, then we'll just simply recast and move forward. It's not really that difficult. I've kind of gotten to the point where I don't want anybody that feels uncomfortable or that didn't like the movie or whatever the case may be to feel like they have to be a part of the sequel just because they're a friend of mine.
No,
I'm completely okay with people choosing that they would rather not be a part of it, or they, whatever. Fine. I don't have any issues with that. And I'm glad you were at the premiere as well, Sox. I appreciated you being there. And again, I don't really, I look at it all as, to me, it's a learning experience. Every day is a learning experience. And when you're doing a project like this, there are expectations, but you also have to put your expectations in check. I mean, I didn't go into this movie, expecting the moon. But I will admit that I went into this movie expecting a lot more support than I got. I will be 100% honest with that. I went into this movie expecting it to be, expecting there were people that I thought would be 1,000% down with this project, especially knowing the origins of it, and knowing why I was doing it, and knowing what it was supposed to mean, and knowing in the way that it was supposed to honor Mikey Sutton and the community that he cultivated, all of those things. And I feel like that's the reason why I'm so disappointed. Godly, I appreciate you ordering a copy. I'm so grateful, and thank you, and I'm so thankful that you're doing this. I appreciate you, bro. See, and this is another thing. Godly is a friend of mine from my home arcade section of people, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I've gotten more support from people in the home arcade community than I have in our little community of the quote unquote Mikey verse, right? I've gotten more support from outside communities with regards to this. And I just find it, and I find that to be a little bit perplexing, considering that the whole reason for this project was to honor Mikey and that community. And yet...
Yes, and you would because of that, you would think because that we're trying to honor Mikey's vision of inclusivity in the community, that you would have more support than that. You think that more people would be more excited about it. You think that people would be more caring about it. But a lot of people, it was 935,683 characters in this damn movie, and most of them we know, and about 5% of them showed up. 2% said anything about it. And I'm pissed about that.
Yeah.
I really am. I'm keeping real about it because it's unnecessary. Everybody else wanted to be dealing with other things that's going on outside of this movie. That has nothing to do with the One Punch Dan movie. You could still be a grown person and show up for this piece of artwork that's supposed to represent our friend and our colleague, Mikey Sutton. Okay, that's what is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is it, because Mikey wasn't able to complete his vision of trying to bring everybody together in the comic book world. We tried to take up that mantle, and then we did a good job. And Zod did a very good job of it. And I am pissed at a lot of y'all out there.
Yeah. I feel like I'm focused more right now on the creative aspects of it because I have a lot of work left that I still have to do. Mm-hmm. And if I bog myself down thinking about these kinds of things, it's just going to make it harder for me to work. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm sending out, DMs or text messages to people to check in and to make sure that they're still okay with being in the universe. As of right now, we have Qatar and Bishop. We have you guys confirmed. We have Josh confirmed. You guys, I know I don't have to ask if you guys want to be in future projects. I already know. I know Socks is down too. I know that there's a lot of you that I don't even have to worry about. Yeah. Bishop's the cadence in Bishop's voice. I guess got him kicked off of StreamYard, right?
Kick out from
StreamYard. Here he comes. He's coming back.
I'm back. Like I said, I ain't going nowhere.
And then we got just Josh with 100% confirmed. 100% Josh, I gotta ask you, since you're watching the movie, when you finish the movie, I want you to answer one question for me and one question only. Was this movie hard to follow? Because I know you said you were watching it with your auntie. So please let me know. Let me know if you think the movie was hard to follow, because I, for one, put everything I could in this movie to make it as straightforward and coherent as it could possibly be under the circumstances. And I really don't think it was hard to follow. I think from beginning to end, it was pretty straightforward. Okay?
Listen,
so I want to know.
That's what gets me to. It's not complicated. It's not complicated. You basically lay out the damn story in the beginning of the damn movie. You show a video of what happened. Okay. Then you get the reporter telling you exactly what happened with Izage. And then you got to scroll right after that, breaking it down again. So how the hell you can't follow the movie?
I don't know. Some people had difficulty following it, so I just want to know, since it's fresh for Josh, and he watched it, and he watched it with a family member. I want to know. I want to get some feedback. See, this is what I like. I like feedback, positive or negative. I don't care if you love the movie. I don't care if you hated the movie. I don't care if you despise the movie, whatever. I just want the feedback, because it helps me be a better filmmaker. And we've got Sock says I would be scared to ever piss off Bishop.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's kind of scary, you know.
It's just
Scary.
I don't mean to be scary. I just don't like disrespect and foolishness. It's foolishness. Life is too short for that, and I don't appreciate that. We're trying to do something. This is supposed to be a whimsical, wonderful, fantastical, brand new superhero universe that we could take it in any direction. We should be, and we are characters in it. Not to mention, we're executive producers of it, and we should be excited. We should be. I mean, because I'm. Zod can tell you, I'm more than excited for this, and so is Qatar. We've been flooding him with so many new characters.
Yes.
Okay,
We
so
flooded we flooded Zod with new characters since before finishing
before the movie was even finished, right? Because we was looking forward to what's coming next, and the other projects and stuff that we got going on, and you know what I'm saying, and that's how it should be. It should be jazz. I'm jazzed about it, but
Jasmine.
yes, the queen of Jordan music. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. I just don't understand people that, especially if you're supposed to be so big in superhero genres and you love original stories and things like that. Then what's the problem?
But that's the question that I've been grappling with. Is it because it's a new property and it's not established like Superman, Batman, or the Avengers, or Star Wars, or whatever? Is it because it's a new property and that's why it's not something that people are really interested in, or is it really that people? And I'm starting to think that it's true, because I saw something where somebody had said, I can't remember where, but I had seen something. I think it might have been an article I had read about how people don't care about anything that's not already established because they have nostalgia for what's established. Yeah. They resonate. This is why studios keep pumping out sequels and remakes to the same old stuff over and over and over again, because that's the stuff that people remember. That's the stuff that people they resonate with. But I also feel like there should be room for new properties to be created and for new properties to grow into those things, because we have tons of great memories now since this movie. I mean, we were watching this movie. We were watching this movie every day for several months because we were watching different cuts, different edits, and like I said, I don't.
It's so many catchphrases and things.
Nobody can take that away. The movie is done. The movie is available. I don't know what else to say in terms of what it means to me personally. It was a very emotional project. It was a very time-consuming project. It was beautiful, and I wouldn't change any. And I wouldn't change any of it, because it really was. It really did turn out. It really did turn out beautiful, and I love it for everything that it is. I love the story. I love the characters. I love the flaws. I love everything. I love the mistakes by the AI. I genuinely think that this movie has a place of history. I told my mother today when the CD for the Unplugged came to me. I called my mom up and I was like, Mom, I feel like I'm holding a piece of history. And you know what she told me? You know what she said? She said, You are. So I realize now that there is this is something that's going to outlive all of us. This is a movie that will live, and people will go back, and long after we're all gone, people will go back and look at this movie and say, this was one of the first examples of AI technology being used to make a full-length feature film.
Mm-hmm.
It might end up being taught. It might end up being taught in schools. Who knows?
Who knows?
You never know what the future could bring. You never know. And let's see. Sock says everyone made fun of George Lucas when he was making Star Wars back in 1977, and when the movie came out, it was a huge hit. Then the same people that laughed at him weren't laughing anymore. That's true. Exactly. That's why I say everybody starts somewhere. I don't mind, being basically being called an amateur, because I recognize the fact that I started out from nowhere. I didn't know anything. I took it upon myself to learn all of these things and to continue to get better and to learn, basically to learn as I went along, and essentially was able to come out with a coherent movie. So to me, I genuinely loved it, and I genuinely loved the process of making it. Like I said, it was just very lonely and difficult to put it all together and to go through all these different things and to make all these decisions. It wasn't easy, but at the end of the day, I'm very pleased with it. I'm very happy that it's now available in a physical form for people to watch outside of just becoming a member and watching it on YouTube.
And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to be there for Zod, to be behind the scenes and stuff. Because at first he didn't want to spoil anything for me. I was like, boy, don't worry about spoiling anything for me. I don't care. Because
we live by spoilers.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about spoiling anything. I want to see the behind the scenes. I want to see how you put it together. I want to see, all that. Because the final edit is going to be the final edit, and it's going to be something that I've never seen. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't mind. I didn't mind it, and I knew that he, it wasn't easy, because as he would learn something, you know what I'm saying, the technology would switch, get better, and then he would have to relearn that technology. He would have to learn that technology and try to incorporate it with what the things that he had did before, and then it would change again, or or something stupid would happen, like his computer would die, and then he had to get another computer, and then he had to, it was a lot. It was a lot. Okay, but he made it through, and now we have this beautiful, beautiful movie on DVD.
Yeah, I just find it funny saying DVD, and then, it's so funny to say DVD in 2026, but here's the facts of the matter. Statistically, DVDs are still the best-selling physical media format. DVDs outsell Blu-rays and 4Ks all day, every day. And that says something.
Have DVDs.
That's
the
right.
market in the Philippines seems to have phased out DVDs.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just thankful. I mean, listen, just for it to have, just for this movie to have a physical media release at all is a monumental achievement in and of itself. That's why I'm not, and like I said, there's going to be more if this does well. If this does well, there will be more. There will be those higher end formats. There will be the more expensive special editions with all the bells and whistles and the commentary and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All of that will exist. But I gotta again, just like in making the movie, I gotta start somewhere. You gotta start somewhere and build from there. You can't just go all in on the 4K Blu-ray and not look at any of the other options. Darth Plato says DC and Marvel are classic characters. Those who write stand on the shoulders of of those that came before us.
That's right.
And Jeffrey Warfield says exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing too, Zod. And really, it's something Brie Larson said, which is something I have been asking. What video games are you playing? Hollywood has new ideas on the floor. Yeah, for sure. We've got, but just keep looking up at the sky at DC and nostalgia. Yeah, exactly. It's a lot of nostalgia right now. And again, I'm hoping that someone will watch One Punch Dan and they'll form new memories. Like, that's what I love about Just Josh right now. He's watching the One Punch Dan movie with a family member. He's gaining new family memories with the One Punch Dan movie. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah. That's a beautiful thing to me. Like, I can't, I will never, I mean, that is one of the most beautiful things that I could hear about. For him to be doing that, I just love it, and that's why I say that kind of support is just beautiful. You can't buy that support. He is sitting there watching the movie with his auntie, enjoying it. I love it. Okay. I'm very happy. Overthink Gaming is in the chat. Pow pow. He purchased one of the Unplugged CDs as well.
Hey. Thank you, man.
And this CD is fantastic. Again, this is a fantastic CD. It is very, very professionally put together, and there's a lot of great unplugged music on it from the variants of the music from the One Punch Dan movie. And I think those that purchase the music CD, I think, are going to be pleasantly surprised with some of the stuff that they find on there. It's fantastic.
Oh yeah.
Darth Plato says, I worked at Blockbuster when the company was hesitant to carry DVDs in stores.
Wow.
Oh wow. Yeah, I could remember when people were like, they're like that with every format. They hated DVDs because they wanted everybody to stick to VHS.
Mm-hmm. I remember that.
Yep, true.
Sox Bulletin says, I know our friend Mikey Sutton is in heaven right now watching this movie's on, and he is loving what you made. I could feel Mikey
loving the video.
I could feel Mikey's presence throughout the entire process, Sox. Because Mikey's character is so important to this movie. He's so important to this universe. I couldn't be happier with Mikey's inclusion. And again, I will forever be grateful to Mikey's family for allowing me to make Mikey a character in this movie and to honor him the way that he truly deserves to be honored. And I mean, this is just the beginning, like I said, Sox. There's gonna be more of Mikey. There's gonna be more of everything. It's just going to continue to develop and continue to cultivate into something bigger and bigger. The universe is going to be amazing. I've got a plan. I've got concepts of a plan that are mapped out pretty, like the furthest points. Like I know what I want to establish at the end of this sequel into the third one, and I know where I have a pretty decent blueprint of where this whole thing will go with most of the characters. So I'm pretty set as far as that goes. And then of course we'll have new characters that'll fill in the gaps and different things along the way. But I know for a fact that this is just going to keep getting bigger and bigger. And Josh says here, I just got to the crypto cameo. Crippy. Everybody loves Crippy. I'll tell you. Crippy. Everybody loves Crippy.
Crippy.
Yeah, Crippy. Hey. Yeah. Did you like my catch, Danny? Okay.
Okay.
Yes, Pretty Punch. Okay. Let's see. Love that you're putting out physical media. Well, thank you, OTG. I'm so glad that you're a big fan of physical media, because there's going to be plenty of physical media coming out.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate you buying a CD. This is like I said, this is only the beginning, and we've got a long way to go. The DVD is just the beginning for the movie, and I don't know. I'm personally really excited about the DVD, to tell you the truth.
Yes, and for those who don't, and the ones who don't realize it, the ones who are on the people who are singing on the album, those are our virtual artists. Those are our virtual artists for our music company, Jordan Music Inc. Productions. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and you will be hearing albums coming out from our virtual artists. You will be hearing them coming out, and they're y'all not ready for
There's
that.
nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
Well, they're fantastic. Who's the antagonist for the sequel? Well, the sequel is called One Punch Dan versus Just Josh. That's what the sequel is called. I can't really tell you too much beyond that, because if I tell you too much about that, it'll be a big spoiler. But it's One Punch Dan versus Just Josh. It's going to be a very, very deep storyline. There's going to be a lot of surprises, a lot of twists, a lot of turns, a lot of drama.
There's someone who's gonna bleed.
It's going to be dark. It's going to be a lot. It's actually going to be a lot darker than the first one, I have to say.
Yeah.
There's someone who's gonna bleed.
We ain't giving you none of that James Gunn mess over here, baby.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot darker of a story. There's a lot more stuff that's going to happen.
Stuff.
Right.
Yeah, no gunny poo stuff. We ain't doing that. We take our characters seriously, and our storylines seriously.
Yep.
Okay, money is one punch. Okay, okay. The antagonist is going to be Bishop. I love it. I love Sin Havoc. Sin Havoc always with the great.
You know what, Sin?
That's beautiful.
Me and you gonna have to fight.
I will say this: you and Sin Havoc do have a conversation in the sequel. I've already written it. You do have a conversation. You do have a scene together, and it is not pretty. I'm just gonna put it that way. It is not pretty, because you're arguing about something that is very important to you, and Sin Havoc is not having none of it. Sin Havoc says he becomes the villain. How about I let you in on this little secret? Sin Havoc does kind of see Bishop as a villain in the sequel, because they have a very big difference. They have a very big difference in their views. Let's just say that.
Look into my eyes, boy. Look into my eyes.
Bishop must be stopped from getting the time machine fixed. See, here's the thing. There might be some time elements in the sequel.
Yeah.
There might be some time elements, but it's not gonna be because like Bishop creates a time machine or anything like that. It's a little more
complex.
It's a little more complex than that. It's not as simple as, let's say, somebody creates a time machine and they can travel through time. It's not going to work like that. But you'll see. And Sid Havoc, says, "See, what did I tell you, nerds?" Yeah, see, Sin versus Bishop does happen in the sequel. It will happen.
Yeah.
It is a scene that I've already written. So
Bring it on.
Bishop's
Man,
fallen through. Bishop's fallen through the dimensions.
why are you
Yeah.
spoiling everything, Sin Havoc?
I've seen Sin Havoc is like I've seen you. I've seen your face in other dimensions, and you've fallen through all of them.
Good. That's what I'll say. Good.
No, but I love Sin Havoc's character so much. Sin Havoc brings a level of majesty to the project in terms of
Plus
like
his voice is so.
We love his voice.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
his voice is so iconic. I mean, I can't.
It deactivated me and
Yeah.
all of us.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, I have to say, I was, Bishop hashtag Bishop is the fallen one. Hey,
Oh no, I'm not. You got the wrong one, Jack. I am.
you've got
Imagine
Bishop.
Somehow, Sin Havoc is predicting something. Wow.
Well, he ain't predicting that. I'm dedicated to the head of the realms, baby. I'm the bishop.
Yeah.
I have plans to bring Michael back for the sequel as well. Michael and Alpha Pass, and yeah, we're gonna. I mean, it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of characters returning. There's probably gonna be a lot of characters that won't be returning. But there's going to be a lot of characters returning. There's going to be enough characters returning to where it's not going to even be an issue if we lose a few. It doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter what.
It doesn't, honestly.
I know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. I mean, we're gonna.
We have about 7,555.
We've even got President,
Right.
and President Crystal will be back, of course, for the film. She has a very interesting dynamic with Isage in the sequel. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that, odd coupling of Isage and President Crystal having to work together when they absolutely despise one another. It's going to be so much fun. Like because there were some scenes I wanted to have. There were some things I wanted to have happen in this movie between Crystal and Isage, and I just didn't get to it because the movie was already over what I wanted it to be, so I didn't really want to do that. But the sequel is going to explore that in full force. That's going to be a whole side story where you literally have Crystal, the president, and Isage just having to work together for an undisclosed reason where it's absolutely dire that they work together, and Crystal is not happy and Isage is not happy. It is going to be, and then there's a scene where Isage is complaining to Katara about having to work with President Crystal. It's so funny. It's so true to life, just complaining and whining about your life, and she's complaining to Katara, and Katara's a really good listener, and he's just kind of just like trying to be there for her, trying to console her, because
Because.
You are here
Okay.
on a mission
I'm here
from God.
on a mission from God.
and
That's right.
Bishop's corrupted.
Uh-oh.
Why are you trying to corrupt me? David?
Sid Hammock has got me rewriting the script in my head. Like, you know what? We can do this. We can move this around. We can do this.
No, you were on the wrong side of history, Sid Havoc.
Lucy Chick fight. Okay, Josh just finished the movie.
Hey,
Josh says, I just finished the One Punch Dan movie. Wow, thank you, Zod, for honoring Mikey and the Mikey verse. He says, One Punch Dan versus Just Josh. Let's freaking go.
Let's freaking go.
Yeah.
Partners in Justice. Can't wait for BVS. Bishop versus Sin Havoc. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
BVS. That's cool.
Okay, so you watched the movie all the way through, Bishop. Josh, you got all the way to the end. You saw the epilogue and everything. You watched the whole thing.
Yeah. Wow, BVS.
I just want to make sure you saw the whole thing because there's stuff after there's stuff after the credits. So I just want to make sure you saw it all.
That was cool. I like that. BBS, Bishop versus Sin Havoc.
Yep. A mirror like classic Star Trek take on One Punch Dan would be fun to see. Well, yeah, you're gonna there might be something along those lines. Again, Darth Plato, I don't want to give too much away, but there might be something along those lines in the sequel.
Cooking.
There's some things cooking.
Oh, so you talking about like with our evil doppelgangers and stuff?
Not exactly mirror universe, but there's going to be something in there where there's going to be a plot line. There's going to be a plot line involving One Punch Dan that's going to kind of shake things up a little bit.
Speaking of soundtracks, more music, more soul, more rhythm.
Oh yeah.
More metal, more rock, more class.
And let me specify this to you guys too. When we do our music, we don't just put in 3 words and let the computer do it. We write all of our music, write all of our lyrics, okay? Because we want that soul. We want you to feel us. We don't want the computer to do it. We want you to feel us. So we pick the style. We write all the words and everything. The only thing that the AI is doing is just composing it for us and giving it to one of our singers. That's it.
Josh says, yes, sir. Well done, Dr. Zod. Rest in peace. That funeral was lit, to be honest.
Yeah.
You honor us with your sacrifice. See, I knew, Josh, that you would totally get it. I knew you would. See, and that's the thing. Was the movie... Yeah, the Isekai plot twist. Yeah, there you go. Isekai plot twist.
You got it.
You got it. Twist. So I don't want to hear nothing else about it. Nobody else talk about something. It was hard to follow. You go. Say something.
Orgasmic. What?
It's orgasmic.
Oh, yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
WonderCon has been something so far. Okay.
Yep, so far.
All right.
So far.
I would have loved to go to WonderCon.
This has been so much. It's just so much. It's just so much fun. I mean, it's great to be able to, to talk about all this stuff, man. To be, and to be here live in real time with just Josh watching the movie. Like that's beautiful.
That's so beautiful. Cool.
That's so cool. Sox was great in the movie. Everyone is great in this movie. I tried to give everybody something really good to kind of get in there, and I also love the dynamic between Sox and Mikey in this movie. The dynamic was really good. Sox and Mikey had a great connection.
Yes.
Wow. Yes. And Josh says Mama Bear was an unexpected fave too. Oh yeah, the Cordovan sorceress. Yes. That's one of Bishop's favorite characters.
Yes.
Of course you
I love the Cordovan sorceress. Yes. That's my girl. Mm-hmm. So Josh, so did you like the part The first fight you two had, where you came out and said, "Bitch." I'm gonna kick somebody's ass.
Yeah, the sweet Sonya G connection too. The family dynamic with all y'all. Yeah, definitely.
That's my baby mama.
Everybody, and that's why I say everybody had moments, and it was by design. I wanted to make sure that everything was connected and everybody had their piece.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
The dynamic between my character and Mikey's character made me cry a lot. How much I miss Mikey. Yeah, I feel the same way, Sox. It was hard. It was hard to write for Mikey because I just imagined what Mikey would be like if he was still here watching this movie. He would have been all over it, and I know he would have been all into everything that this movie was. He would have loved every minute of it. I know this for a fact, and that's why I think that I did the best I could possibly do, honoring him in that way as a character. Plus, he's a character that is not going anywhere. He's a very powerful character, so you'll definitely see more of him. And
Socks. You need to shave your beard, man, and get you a red suit.
Josh said he died laughing, responding to you, Bishop, about that.
I knew you would.
Blame Bishop for the airport problems.
What did he say? Blame me for what now? What are you blaming me for now?
The airport problems.
You know what? See, I ain't paying you no attention to Harry.
and Josh is like, I loved each location name, included Easter eggs from the community and even home arcade community too. Thank you for all of the support. It was cool, Zod, to give us all shout outs. Yeah, that was the point, to give everybody shout outs and to make it possible for even people that weren't characters in the movie to be honored in some way. And that's what I was going for. And I think that kind of flushes out what Central Metro City is. It gives you get the locations, you get the idea of the locations being like specific places that people frequent, and I loved it. I loved the little nods to everybody, and I thought it was funny too, and it made sense. There were certain ones that just made total sense, like you could totally understand, like that scene, Josh, with you and Bishop in the bar, and where Bishop is like, yeah, because he's the chosen one.
Yes, sir. And
What's up, Johnny? Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Johnny.
Hey, Johnny.
And like with when Pretty Punch cleared out Blue Sector 5, we got a whole song about Blue Sector 5.
Yeah, and the Unplugged CD has the bonus track of the unplugged version of the song Blue Sector 5, which is an absolute banger. So the bonus track for Blue Sector 5 is what caps off this CD, and it's wonderful. It's wonderful.
Yeah, man. Because I love the way that that Zao was like. I like to play. That he would name different spots after different folks and stuff, because it kind of fleshes out, like you said before, Central Metro City. You know what I'm saying? Let you know different spots in the city. Different chill spots in the city, like the book club and the bars and the coffee houses and stuff like that. It's really cool, man. It's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, and then the job that One Punch Dan had, where he worked at Little Fires Micronics. He works at this little tech company, and it's just was so, and his boss, you could tell his boss was such a meanie. You could tell that would be crazy to have to work for a boss like that. Darth Plato says, I like how the scene with Jesus was shown. The crucifix was up in the air, not on the ground level, so you had to look at him. Yeah.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes. And that's one thing I love, that we were able to, represent for our Lord and Savior too. You know what I'm saying? We got, whatever you do, you got to keep him in it,
One shave socks. One shave is all you need.
Just one.
And Plato says, laughing is my job.
What?
Shave my beard and get a red suit. Yeah, shave your beard and get a red suit.
That's right. Yep. Leave the long hair though, because I'm a fan of the long hair. Yes, sir. Absolutely, man.
And Josh says, I love Bishop hyping up for my date with Alpha Pass. That's my partner and my brother from another mother family. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun scene to write because y'all love
I got your back, boy. I got your back. Mwah. Partners of justice, son. Wow. Oh, I'm glad he liked that scene because I did too. I'm so glad he liked that scene.
I'm just glad he liked the movie. I mean, I'm so tired of hearing from people that just have nothing but negative things to say that when I hear actual good support and stuff from people that actually enjoyed the movie and paid attention to the movie, I don't know what to do with myself. I'm just like, wow, that's fantastic. You actually get it. Like,
yeah, I'm excited too that that he's enjoying it. That all you guys enjoyed it. That seen it. It does as well, man, because it's the capstone to this good work that God has put out, man. It's a capstone to all his hard work, man. The late nights, the frustrations, the wanting to give up and just say screw it. All that. But he kept on. He kept persevering and stuff. That's why we were there. They kept motivating him. Come on, son. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to be all right. We're going to do this. God's got you.
And Sin Havoc says, I liked how Issa Gay's character continues to be complex, a lot of layers. Yeah, and like I said, I don't think anybody was expecting the ending that I gave. Right. I think I don't think that they were expecting Issa Gay to do what she did, and I wouldn't have either. But that was part of her character arc. It was an idea of making her do something that people are not going to expect. I was like, what could I do aside from having Issa Gay just vaporize everybody? What can I have Issa Gay do? And remember, we had so many conversations about that. You guys remember when I was like, I'll just have Issa Gay vaporize them. I'll just have Issa Gay do this or Issa Gay do that. That was always my answer. Like when I didn't exactly know at first what I wanted to do at the end, I was like, well, you know what? I'm just going to have Issa Gay vaporize One Punch Dan. Mm-hmm. And I could say that now because that ending was on the table. Because at one point I was thinking, well, I don't know if I'm going to make. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make another movie, and if I'm not going to make another movie in this universe, I might as well just have Issa Gay vaporize One Punch Dan, and then have her ascend as the ruler of the world. And I'm like that would be an ending nobody would be expecting. But I didn't decide. But I decided not to do that, thankfully, because I wanted to tell a story that was going to lead to more movies.
More movies, exactly. Because, like I said, we just started this whole new universe that we could take in any direction. And the sky's the limit. So shoot, don't kill off nobody. Well,
Yeah.
The sequel. Well,
Yeah, the development was very organic. Her character was also conflicted. Yeah, she was. She was. Alpha Pass. Alpha Pass. Look at the bright side. If you can't talk your way out of this, I can just vaporize the room. Well, Alpha Pass is very powerful. She could vaporize. She could vaporize a lot of people too, because she fought her way through a whole cyborg army, and it took her 3 days. And they tried for 3 days. It took 3 days for them to finally get her down. And they didn't even kill her. All they did was temporarily stall her to the point where she just basically renewed herself.
Yeah,
and was back.
She kind of like ascended. She went into her like Super Saiyan form.
Yeah, don't make me vapor you, like an end credit scene. Yeah. Well, like the thing was, she was supposed to. That was the thing. At the end, I wasn't gonna do what I wanted to do, but it was just kind of like. I don't know. One Punch Dan will go night in sequel, chosen one to get these hands. Oh yeah, Josh, for sure. Josh, you already know. Josh, you already know what's gonna happen. You already know. There's no secret. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be a tough one because there are so many great things coming for the Just Josh character. That I mean, I can't even begin. You guys just in general, Josh and Bishop, you guys in general, like there's so much great stuff coming up for you guys.
Yeah.
That, character wise and story wise, because we're doing the anthology series as well as the sequel, and you guys are front and center in all of that. So
And Josh, I'm honored to have. I couldn't have a better partner, son. Couldn't have a better partner. We are truly partners in justice. Yes, we are.
Oh yeah, the friendship level that you guys have in that movie is on full display, and you can totally understand how you guys are, partnered. How you guys have been partners for so long, and it just made sense. Like the whole concept of it was just great. So it was fun.
I think that's how if we were together in close proximity, Josh, I think that's how we would be in real life too. Okay, just cooling and chilling and being partners in justice, boy. I like.
Yeah. I couldn't agree more. The chemistry is natural, and you're gonna see it. You're gonna see more and more of that on display in future stuff. I can't tell you how much I enjoy writing for you guys, because it was so fun, and you guys just look, and it's so funny because you guys just look so perfect in those roles, and it's just
yeah, man, I love it. Oh, and Josh, there's one thing about both of us: we do all this good fighting and ass whooping, but our hair never moves.
I have to say, you guys got excellent hair in the movie. You guys do. Like Josh's hair too. Like Josh's hair always stays like, I just love it. His hair is like
he could fight robots. They could be knocking all over him, ripping up his shirt and everything, but that hair will not move. That hair gonna be on point, baby. Yeah. See, I showed you some of my celestial secrets about the hair. You see, that's why my dreads is always good.
And Darth Plato wants to know, how do you make love to a woman who can vaporize you when the moment comes? Well, ask Dr. Qatar about that. Dr. Qatar would know.
Oh, Dr. Qatar!
Isagay could vaporize. Isagay could accidentally vaporize Dr. Qatar, but and that might be something that could happen at some point, like later on, towards the end of the series, like she accidentally vaporizes him.
Okay, and right before she vaporizes him, you know what they'll say? Fascinating. I love what he said.
Fascinating.
Fascinating.
The hair is herring.
Yes, the hair is herring. Yes, it is. Ain't it though?
and Darth Plato was like, I meant Alpha Pass. Well, I don't know. Alpha Pass. Yeah, I don't know. Ask Josh about that. I don't know. The relationship between Alpha Pass and Josh is developing. Is a developing one, because now they'll be an official couple in the sequel, because by the time by the end of this one, they pretty much.
Yeah, man. Yes, absolutely.
I said the same thing, Plato. I said if Bishop, I told Bishop before the stream started, if you don't wear a shirt tonight, I'm canceling the stream. I told him straight up before we started, because I wasn't having that again.
Number one, you didn't have to tell me that, because I was already going to wear a shirt anyways, because y'all can't take all this sexiness, so I wasn't worried about it. Oh yeah, so I wasn't gonna come up here with all my bare skin, because y'all can't take it. Y'all just can't take it. All this pretty.
And Josh wants to know, Bishop, you think it will work out between Alpha Pass and I? Stay tuned.
Yeah, of course, Josh. I got a good feeling about you guys. That's right, partner. That's right, and if you see it in the movie, me and my baby mama getting back, a little closer too. Me and my baby mama.
Oh yeah. The couples of the One Punch Dan cinematic universe. Yeah, that's all established.
Mm-hmm.
And Darth Plato says he's going to wait for the home movie. So with Josh, Josh and Alpha Pass.
I know that's right. It's so good, man. It's so good. And yeah, Josh, I like that. I like that funeral scene too. The memorial scene, that was really hot. When Zod first showed it to me, I was amazed. I was like, wow, man, that is so sick. It came out perfectly.
Yeah, the memorial was interesting, because I wanted to make the memorial. I kind of wanted to make the memorial reference, named it, after Tom, my friend who had died, and Tom was the character at the beginning with Isagay at the
when she went to go see the ultimate,
when she went through the technological spiritual amalgamation, when she went through that, and so the memorial was supposed to be a reference to Tom, so that that Tom died as a result of that connection. He couldn't handle what had happened. He was not. He wasn't going to survive. That's why you don't see Tom in the movie further into the film. Because he doesn't make it, and so that was a reference. That was a reference to him for the memorial service, and So people that watch the movie all the way through should be able to catch that.
Exactly. This movie it's an incredible piece of art, man. It's an incredible piece of art.
It's definitely a piece of art, I have to say. I look at it as, I'm very, very proud of it. I'm very happy that I made it, and I'm looking forward to doing more. And I hope that people will, support the physical media, because the physical media is going to be what propels it forward, because any profits that are made from the physical media is going right back into the One Punch Dan cinematic universe, because I got all kinds of things I got to do, all this AI stuff, the freaking the freaking Blu-rays and other music releases and all that stuff. The steel book that everybody wants. I'm looking forward to doing that too. And there's a lot that's going to be coming from this universe. We are not done by a long shot. Yeah, a lot of Joden music stuff. It's going to be incredible. I'm not stopping here. This is just the beginning, and that's why I'm going to be sending out. If people in the cast watch this movie, you will get a DM from me, just checking in to make sure that you're still down with your character and you wanna continue on in the sequel, because
if you got a problem, let them know now.
Yeah, just let me know. That's all. Because I don't want to, because I'm not going to. I'd rather people, if people aren't comfortable, I'd rather they let me know, and then I can adjust accordingly or whatever, because again, I don't want people to do anything that they don't want to do, and I definitely want everybody that's involved in this project to be supportive of it, and to want to continue to participate.
And to be enthusiastic about it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So if you got a problem with it, just let us know now, because these projects involve light, fantasy, everything that you like in a comic book movie or a comic book universe. We're going to try to give it to you. So either you want that or you don't. If you don't, hey, then
yeah. Darth Plato wants to know, I don't know if Qatar's still with us. He's been away for a while, it seems.
Yeah, I know.
But Darth Plato wants to know, ask the panel, whose costume is their favorite?
Oh, wow. You go first, side, because I got to think about that one.
My favorite costume is Issa Gay's all-black costume that she's wearing throughout the movie, where she's wearing the all-black, and particularly when she's in her form, when she's talking to Mikey just before she captures Mikey, and where he tells her to release his son, and she says, "What if I say no?" How she looks there. That's my favorite costume. Darth Plato likes Alpha Pass and Sin Havoc. We got to find out what Josh's favorite costume is.
I have two. One is the Cordovan Speedster. I love the way his costume looks. And selfishly, I love my costume. I'm sorry. So, and I like Josh's costume. Josh got a hot costume too, but I love the blue. I love the blue.
And let's see. Sock says, "Who wouldn't want to be a part of this great film franchise? This is a blessing. I am extremely honored to be a part of it, and I'm extremely honored to have you a part of it too."
Yes.
I'm just thankful to anyone who is enthusiastic and happy about their character and wants their character to continue, because it means a lot to me, and I know it means a lot to you guys too, because you guys are here. Nice. And Josh says, "Not gonna lie, I love my costume design, because by God, I am that guy." You are that guy. You are that guy.
You are that guy, damn it. Yes, that's right.
And he says, but I do love Mama Bear's costume because it was such a surprise.
Yes. The Cordovan Sorceress is hot too. Yeah. I love that. Yes, sir.
And Darth Plato says, "Gotta admit, Doctor Zod looked like one smooth motherfucker." Well,
Did he know? Did he
Doctor
know?
Zod, Doctor Zod,
With his
yeah,
whiskering
yeah,
ass.
Doctor Zod and Yolanda were quite a little pair for the brief
Yeah,
amount of time they were on screen. They were quite a
yeah,
little pair.
yeah, yeah. I do believe you're going to see more of them, aren't you? Like in
Oh yeah,
future
yeah. They're going
projects.
to be their anthology. Their anthology episodes are called Doctor Zod and Yolanda's Empire. In fact,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I have. Let me see if I have that. I can show that trailer now. I think I have it somewhere around here. Doctor Zod and Yolanda's Empire.
Speak for yourself, babe.
Yeah.
I love it. And Josh is so many catchphrases in that movie that we be doing. So many catchphrases. Well, that's our cue. It's
We
time to
got to
suit
suit
up.
up. We got to suit up.
Okay. Yes. And what did you guys think of like the like the little like I call them like like palate cleansers like Marty Pluta and the commercials and things like that. Did you like care for that too? Because I thought they were pretty hot. You know, it was a good insert. It's almost like a comic book.
I gotta go change first. Yeah, I gotta go change. I gotta go change
Yeah.
clothes first, partner.
Yeah. Because we got to get pretty. We got to be pretty at all times. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad he caught all that. I'm so glad he caught all that.
Yeah, because he sat down and actually watched the movie. That's why he caught all that. See, if you don't sit down and watch the movie, you're gonna miss stuff. You got to sit down and
Yeah.
and
Because you'll miss
and
all the
just
nuances and stuff, you know?
and
Yes.
just
I got to go change clothes first, partner.
you gotta settle for you gotta settle down and enjoy it. And
Yeah.
Darth Plato says, "I like the world building." Yeah, the world building
Yes.
is what it was all about because we don't have um, yeah, the world building was important. He
Yes, it
said
is.
he said he said I love the comedy bits that expanded the world with news commentary of civilian opinions of One Punch Dan and Isekai. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That was all. That was all meant to kind of get it, like to set it up in almost like a sports team kind of analogy. Like, who do you support? Are you on Team One Punch Dan or are you on Team Isekai?
Right. I love all that, man. It was so good. It was so good. Absolutely.
He says, though I gotta admit, I'm not sure a superhero should plaster his name onto the front of a building. It's kind of obvious, too obvious a target. Well, you have to understand the kind of person that One Punch Dan is. One Punch Dan, One Punch Dan would most certainly plaster his name all over everything because he is that type of character. So so we have to be honest with ourselves about that.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh, he's back. There you go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is for their anthology.
I'm back. I have yeah.
Watch how she look in the camera. I just
We
love
have
it.
guests.
Then let's finish it.
Oh,
I want you, I need you, I crave you so much. The softness of your
softness of
skin,
your
the
skin, the
intoxication of
intoxication of
your
your
touch.
touch. Yes. Y'all not ready.
So you gotta go, Qatar.
Are we finished? I just
Well,
got
no,
back.
not yet, not yet. But um, Plato says, Dodd Writer, have you
Okay,
ever read the Dreyfus
I'm not
Affair?
What happened? Qatar?
the Dreyfus affair. It might give you some what?
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead and read
Well,
that.
yeah, That's the idea that it was a, the two sides were essentially battling. You had people, and I kind of wanted to go even further with that, but I didn't have. Like I said, it was for me. It was a time thing because it was like 80 minutes. I didn't really want to like push it too far, but I could have. But honestly, this could have been easily been a 3 hour movie if I would
Oh
have put
yeah.
if I would have put everything into it that I wanted to put into it. It could have
Oh yeah.
easily went to 3 hours because there was a whole subplot about how you had people that were on the side of Isekai trying to sabotage the stuff that the Champions of Earth were doing. There was some scenes where there were people that were totally against. There were like a group of. There was this whole subplot about a little group of assassins trying to assassinate
Hmm.
Isekai that I didn't even allude to or include in the movie because there just wasn't time. But there was a whole subplot about like the political ramifications of it between both sides.
Hmm.
But I just didn't wasn't able to get into it the way that I wanted to. I didn't address it. But there were shadows of it there. So
Hmm. Hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep.
So we got to ask.
I'm
So
back.
I am definitely cooking. So we got to ask Qatar what his favorite suit was in the. What was your favorite costume in the One Punch Dan movie?
Yeah.
The the one I wore in the funeral.
Oh, you like that
That's
suit?
my favorite suit.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean
Yeah.
that's fair. That's an answer. I you
Yeah.
know we
Yeah.
all said we all gave our favorite like superhero suits, but you're talking about a literal suit that you wore.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because I don't have I don't have a literal superhero suit. I just
And
have a
not
No,
yet.
mad guy and
Not yet. No.
not yet.
you know and when
But of the, but of the
in the
other
Sky
suits and stuff.
Nuki in the Sky in the Sky
Sky
Nuki
Nookie.
I took it off, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, yeah. There was a lot of stuff that got off in the Sky Nookie scene. Yeah, we call that scene Sky Nookie.
And Josh says, not gonna lie, I liked my suit too. Bishop looked clean too. Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. Because we partners of justice, man. We can't help it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you guys all looked good in the funeral scene. You guys all
Yeah,
dressed appropriately. I mean, it was really good.
it really
Bishop
was. It was.
Queen.
Huh? Oh,
Beyonder wore a suit, literally.
okay. It was sickening. It was sickening.
Well, you were a shape shifting celestial, Darth Plato. So you definitely were
Yeah,
not a fool for sure. But you
Right.
were you were on another level. You're from the
Sin,
same group as Sin Havoc. So
Sin Havoc sent me
yeah.
to greet you. Yes. Well, you did. Now step aside, demon.
Demon.
Okay. Demon. Yes, man. This movie is incredible. It is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I really love the way your character turned out. I actually, and like I said, there's a lot more that I'm going to do with Darth Plato in the future. He's definitely a staple because you got, where Sin Havoc goes, so goes Darth Plato for sure. They're a team. But that's the other thing too, because like Darth Plato kind of went off because he had to go out into the world, and then when Sin Havoc goes off and faces Isage, and then he has to go home to regenerate. I wonder what Plato was doing during the fight with Isage. That's what I wonder. What was Plato doing at that time?
I don't
He's
know.
probably watching, just watching, just like
Okay.
watching TV.
I'm coming for you.
Hey, Belle Reeve. Good to
Hey,
see you,
Ray.
Belle. Great
Hey,
to see you.
Belle. Hey,
Great to see
welcome.
you.
Great to see.
Yes.
Yeah, this is.
Absolutely.
I honestly just love the way that it is now at a point where you can look at the characters, you can look at everything, and you can look at where Plato was sitting. Plato was sitting on the fence. You could totally tell that I don't think because Plato didn't want to get involved in that fight. That's why Plato was laughing, because he's not gonna. What is Plato gonna do in a fight with Isage? He knew that if Isage and Sin Havoc got into a fight, that Isage was gonna win. That's why he laughed. He was smart. He knew.
Yeah.
Because what did Michael say? Michael said, you'll be home sooner than you think, because Sin Havoc had no chance against Isage, but Sin Havoc still did it anyway. And that's the type of badass that Sin Havoc is. Sin Havoc, even if he knows it's against all odds, he is going to go. He prayed so hard he grew his hair back. So
Yeah.
Enough is enough. You are finished.
I finished.
Okay? Your demise will save billions of lives.
Billions a bit.
Okay?
you are finished. Yes. Yes.
I'm coming for you, Isage.
It's a wonderful concept.
Mm.
Yeah, he did kind of have a Viking funeral. It was sort of, he went back home, and Isage stayed
Until he left.
because she respected Sin Havoc.
Yeah.
She wasn't mocking him. She stayed. Well, she was mocking him during the fight, but she respects him. That's why she calls him a frenemy. She respected him, but she's not going to, so she stayed until he ascended.
Right. She just, yeah. That was the cool thing too.
Yeah. So I mean, and I can't wait for them to have another. Scene together, Isage and Sin Havoc. I can't wait. I can't wait for Isage and Sin Havoc round 2. But Isage and Sin Havoc round 2 will be a very different conversation because you see Isage's story arc and Isage's progression throughout the movie, that so that Isage and Sin Havoc will have a different dynamic in the sequel.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But,
Yeah, we have a little running joke with you saying, before your transformation with the hair, you were what was it? You were Sin Snyder. And after your transportation with your hair, you were Zach Havoc.
Zach Havoc.
Okay.
Zach Havoc.
Mm.
And I'm thankful to you, Josh. I'm thankful to you, Josh, for allowing me to put you in the movie, to make you a part of it, and to make you such a big and important character in this universe. It means the world to me that you're so invested in your character, and in this universe and in the movie, and I just can't thank you enough. It's all of you guys. It just humbles me because it's so beautiful, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Josh says I'm gonna crash, but I'll be dreaming of Alpha Pass. Wow, that's definitely something good to dream about, Josh. I can totally agree. I can totally agree with that.
Kissy Alpha Pass. Yes.
Thank you, Josh.
We love you, man.
Shout out to you as well.
Namaste.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody for watching this stream for 2 hours and listening to us talk about this, and support the physical media. Please support the physical media. I know you'll enjoy it. It's high quality. I just got to show the CD again one more time.
Yeah.
I mean, this stuff is fantastic.
Yes, damn it.
I don't know what else to say. I'm just really excited. There's a lot more where this came from. I hope you all enjoy it.
Yeah. There's a lot more to come from Jordan Music and Jordan Music.
Beta Pass on the loose.
What did he say?
Alpha Pass is cloned. Beta Pass is on the loose. Well, there might be room for a Beta Pass. We'll see, but
that's not a bad idea.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. So,
okay, all right.
But with that, now that we are at the 2 hour mark, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. I think we've made our point.
All right.
If you would like to purchase either the Unplugged soundtrack album or the movie on DVD, the links are posted at the top of the chat, so you can do it.
Yes, and they're only $11, guys. So it's not gonna break the bank. So
no, I specifically was going for an inexpensive way to acquire this stuff because I don't want it to be expensive for people. I want it to be accessible for people.
And the ones represent One Punch Dan. So absolutely,
exactly.
And thank you guys. Thank you guys once again for just coming out, man, and
thanks for
showing your support.
Man.
Yeah, thank you. We really appreciate that, man. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's great. It's great that everybody could be here. It's great that we, had a chance to talk about all this, and and again, there's a lot more to come. So thank you to the members of my YouTube channel, all of you. You guys are fantastic. Thank you to everybody in the chat, and thank you just Josh for watching the movie and giving us updates while you were watching it. That was fantastic, and we will catch you guys in the next one.
Yes, sir. God bless.
Welcome to the age of sin.
Welcome to the age of sin. There you go. We'll leave the last word to Sin Havoc. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.